Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a fun one built around one of the new cards, built around Kaya, but actually wanted to revisit this deck because of Lively Dirge, which is a 2-mana sorcery with Spree, so you can pay an additional 1 to search your library for a card, put it into the graveyard and shuffle, or an additional 2 to return up to 2 creature cards, total mana value 4 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So it's basically an entomb effect, which is something we have not gotten in Standard or in Magic for a bit. Being able to search your library for any card and put it directly into your grave can be a very powerful effect. And the way I want to use this is kind of, last season I built a deck around Kaya using Yargle, but you need to kind of get Yargle into the graveyard. And that was kind of one of the challenges of the deck, was being consistently having a Yargle or other big creature into the graveyard. But now that we have the Lively Dirge, which you typically will play on turn 3 or later, you can kind of set up your deck to curve in Lively Dirge into Kaya. If you don't know what Kaya does, it's this Planeswalker that came out in the previous set, which is a 4-mana, 3 loyalty Planeswalker. And it basically reads that whenever something in your graveyard becomes exiled, you can turn one of your tokens into that creature, except it has flying. And it has the ability to surveil too, so you can put the top 2 into the grave if you want, and then exile a card from your graveyard. You can also +1 to make a spirit token, or -2 to exile a creature you control to exile one of their creatures. Mostly we're using it for the +2 ability, but you can also just play it out on turn 4 and make some tokens, or use it to remove one of their problematic creatures too, which is quite a versatile Planeswalker, and I'm surprised it hasn't seen more play, because I think it's a pretty good one. But in this shell, we're mostly using it to combo with Yargle. So the idea of the deck is to play out cards that generate tokens here, like the Novice Inspector will generate a token, the Norn's Inquisitor, trying this out in this build, and I'll explain why this one I think is pretty good. Raffine's Informant can help us discard Yargle if we draw it to put it into the grave. And one of the best cards actually in this deck is a Vampire's Kiss. So it's a 2-mana sorcery. Target player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life, and then you create 2 blood tokens. So getting your opponent down to 18 life can be important, because at 1 swing with Yargle is 18 damage. Now the blood tokens are really important too, because if you draw a Yargle, it lets you discard it, and also it creates tokens that you can turn into Yargle for Kaya. So it does a lot of good things for this deck. We also have the Lord Skitter, which can create rat tokens and kind of disrupt your opponent's graveyard. And then one of a Liliana as removal, and another way to sort of discard the Yargle if you draw it. The Beseech the Mirror is just mostly for redundant copies of Kaya, because you want to make sure you get a Kaya most games. So that is kind of the idea of having 3 Beseech the Mirror, because you have a lot of tokens already. This makes 2, and these each make 1 that you can sacrifice, and Lord Skitter makes a bunch of tokens. So sometimes you have an extra token around, so you kind of would need 2 tokens, 1 to sacrifice and then 1 to turn into the Yargle. So the ideal draw with this deck, and then a couple cut downs just for some removal, a lot of aggro and best of 1. So the ideal draw is either a Norn's Inquisitor on 2 or the Vampire's Kiss on 2. And the Norn's Inquisitor gives you an incubator token, but it has 2+1/+1 counters on it. So if you turn this counter into a Yargle, it actually swings for 20 in the air, which obviously is significant because the opponent starts at 20. So that can be a great play if you go turn 2 Norn's Inquisitor, make this token, and then turn 3 you can just attack either with a Norn's Inquisitor, or do whatever you want, just chump block with it typically. And then turn 3 you can Lively Dirge to put the Yargle into the yard, and then turn 4 you can play Kaya, turn the Inquisitor token into a 20/20 flying haste, essentially, because the token was already in play. Yargle on attack for the win. So that is the idea of the deck. You can do something similar with Vampire's Kiss. You can Vampire's Kiss on 2. If you have a Yargle, you can discard it. If you have a Lively Dirge on 3, you can put it into the yard, and then turn 4 you can beseech one of the tokens or play a Kaya, and then turn the other token into the Yargle, and they already took 2, so that's 20 total. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. The last kind of thing to mention is that Lively Dirge can return 2 creatures from your graveyard. So you do have some creatures that you can return, the Lord Skitter and the Novice Inspector, or the Norn's Inquisitor and Raffine's Informant. So it can also be used to kind of get back your creatures as well. Alright, let's jump into some games and see if we can kill some people with flying hasty Yargles. Alright, Kaya Yargle combo back again. This is a good hand. We got tokens, way of putting the Yargle into the yard, and Kaya, so pretty good hand. See if what we're up against, mono red. I'm gonna go face, play with fire. Wow, okay. Take it. Puts it on the bottom, probably looking for something. So we're not going to crack the clue, although that would be nice. Draw a card to try to hit the 4th land. That's kind of where we're at, but let's see. I'm going to plot the bird. Okay, there's the land. Excellent. Alright, we're going to use this to get Yargle in the yard, and then we're going to attack with just 1, I think. Getting them down to 18 should be enough. Just to have a blocker in case something happens. You want to get them down to 18. That is the magic number, unless they leave back those slick shot show off. Seems unlikely. They're not going to attack with it. Yep. Maybe they will do enough to... You give it double strike. Okay, no shock. Alright, that's 8. Well, that's gives me down to 4, but they've got a Yargle coming at their face right now, so... You had a big swing in the air. But I too. Alright, surveil 2, and then choose the Yargle. Turn the token into a Yargle, and attack for 20. Alright, good game. Alright, Kaya Yargle combo on the play here. Looks fine. I got the kiss to discard the Yargle, so that's good. And lead to Beseech. Keep that on top. And enough mana for that. Okay, good. It's all looking good. So we'll go for the Vampire's Kiss. And then next turn, probably just get to the Yargle and ooh. Never mind. See what they do here. That's gonna throw a wrench in our plans for sure. As Deep Cavern Bat tends to do. I'm gonna take the Lord Skitter. Interesting. Okay. So I think it's worth it to do this now just to see what we draw. If we have a 2-mana play. We are going to also need actually another token. Okay, there's another Vampire's Kiss, so that's fine. Actually a pretty good draw here. Because that puts them down 2 more life. So let's see what they do. If they play okay, Liliana. Discard a card. Discard the planes here. Yep, well, that attack... Actually, I just drew the Kaya. Never mind. I was going to just beseech for a Kaya, but this will be an attack for good old 18. So, when in doubt, don't Don't leave yourself open to Yargle attacking your face for 18. You never know. Good game. Okay, Kaya Yargle combo. This hand is actually decent because we've got Vampire's Kiss into Dirge into Kaya, but the problem is we will need lands. So I'm gonna keep it. We have no white mana and we don't have any. But the curve of Kiss, Dirge, Kaya is just so good that we'll see. We'll see. The blood tokens can help you discard and find something. So, but if we draw planes into planes, then that would be excellent. Okay, no, did not hit, obviously. Probably the worst draw possible. Another white card. Alright. Let's see. Up against maybe some blue-white. Okay, there's a land. Well, in that case, we're up against a blue-white deck of some kind. Not sure if just trying to use this was going to be helpful. Play out an Informant. Let's see what happens with that. Okay, resolves. I don't know if we need this cut down. Not really sure what we're up against. I figured they were just like counter spells and sweepers, etc. But we'll see. Oh, a blue-white artifact list. Got it. Okay. I see. So that's a flying Yargle will do some work in that case. Doesn't mean they don't have counter spells though. So, oh, there's another Kaya. Hey, okay, we need a land, but I think I'm just gonna do this here. Put the Yargle there. Swing. So if we draw a land and they tap out, then we can get them. I mean, you're not playing this if you don't have a bunch of artifacts in your deck, right? So we'll see. Well, there's a land, but they didn't tap out, and because I have Wandering Emperor here, maybe? Let's attack. Okay, nothing. Just gonna play out the Novice Inspector, I think. Okay, solves. And then just pass here. Must have some instant speed, something. Okay, gonna 3 steps ahead. Okay, they did have a counter spell, and that will give them a construct. One top, one bottom. Okay. Tap out, tap out, tap out. And have no flying creatures. Let's see what they got. can attack for... no, not even attack. Okay. Got a card here. They're probably like, there's something up going on here. So... We play out a Kaya, we can play out a Lord Skitter. Hope to kind of fish out removal. Or counter spells. Yeah, let's just try the Lord Skitter. Not really sure what they have. What this deck would play. Another 3 steps ahead. It's certainly a possibility, but that resolves. They can make a Mire token. Which is something, I guess. I would make this a 4/4, so I don't think I'm going to attack. Yeah, I'll just pass here. Is that their plan, is to make a Mirex? I'm gonna be a little patient here, but maybe being too patient. No, they did have another counterspell. Okay, wow, that is a lot of synthesizer tokens here. Two on top, sure. Just hoping they tap out. Swing with everything. I'm gonna have to block at least one of them. Let's see. Fine with jumping here. Taking 12. That sort of incentivizes them to... Yeah, that's fine. Unless they can produce a bunch of artifacts. Instant speed. Down to 8. Tap out. Yes. Excellent. All of this is fine. As long as they don't have a Spell Pierce, we should be good to go. If they have Spell Pierce, well, nothing we can do about that, even if we draw another land, so. Time to Kaya, YOLO Kaya. And I guess they could have something that, let's leave a land on top. Could have something that... Alright. Like bounces something for 1 mana. In that case, we also lose. These don't have reach, do they? No. Alright. Make a rat. Flying Yargle, get there. One attacker. They have a stop, so I don't know what's going on here. Win, concede. An unsummon. Looking at roping. Come on, man. Tell me if you got it. If you got it. Oh, it's got a March of Otherworldly Light for 6. Oh wow. March of Otherworldly Light for 6. I see. So I could have attacked with, if I attacked with this, I guess I could have blocked. Wouldn't have mattered. Did that trigger this? Okay. So that is going to be game. Funny. Alright, Yargle Kaya combo on the draw, which is okay though, because we have a way of getting this Yargle into the graveyard. Up against mono red. Lead with the Inspector. Do 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 do. Novice Inspector. Do 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 do. All right, very good. Belden. Yikes. Okay, that is big attack. Take 3. Probably the best draw that they could possibly get for them. Okay, I'm gonna play the Informant and discard. Ooh, there's a Kaya. Discard this Yargle. I think we're gonna chip damage. Gonna give him some chip damage, get into 18. So we can finish them off on turn 4. I think that may matter. There's a Phoenix chick. And Charming Scoundrel. That's pretty good for them. Can I make a treasure? Sure. Swing with everything. And then Monstrous Rage? Or no. Witch Stock Frenzy. Got it. Yikes. Okay. Down to 9. Okay. We need to just stay cool, stay calm. Try not to die. Play out these guys. We're at 9. Attack for 1? Oh no, we got this, so let's just cancel. Okay, no attacks. Yeah, so I think I misplayed this a little bit. If I had held this back, I would have been able to save 1 life here. But as this is, we're just going to chump everything. And hope that that is good enough. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Well, if they have a Monstrous Rage, this will save 1 more damage here. So, let's just do that. Although that will give them a card. Well, yeah, but it saves us the life. A land, so they need like a flying blocker here. Well, that should do it. 20 to the face. Yargle. Let's see if a way to destroy an artifact. No. Alright. How do you like Yargle to the face? Take that, mono red. Alright, Yargle Kaya combo on the play. No way to discard this. No way. Hand is just not great, so try something a little better. This is better. Keep 6. Put back a land, I think. Yeah, we'll try this. Lead on the Inspector. And Inquisitor. Tiny Bones, yeah. Make the discard. What do we want to discard? Could be a land. Could be the Inquisitor. Kind of depends on what we want to be doing here. Not sure what we're up against. Mono black something. Maybe the Inquisitor. Maybe a land. We'll ditch a land. Oh no. I'm gonna ditch that land. That's okay. We'll just play out the Inquisitor. 1. Not sure. Mono black. Probably skeletons. Another Tiny Bones joins up. Okay. I guess I'll just ditch this Beseech. Just because I don't even know. Well, I could have another discard spell. But I kind of just want to... In that case, I probably should play this, but... I just want to turn this into a guy and attack. Wonder if they have a... Cut down... I would have used a cut down in response there. Oh, wow, they do have a cut down. Surprised they didn't either kill one of these two. Oh, man, they had another discard spell. Interesting. There's Yargle. Okay. I guess I'll just do this now. Maybe it's better to... Oh, wow. Better to wait. How awkward. How awkward. Oh, we played this all wrong, so to speak. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. This would have eaten the Yargle. That's milling me. Yep. Okay, they're the Novice Inspector. Fine with trading here. I think we're good to attack. I'm just thinking if we hit a land that comes into play tapped, we're gonna want this for sure. But play the land. 2 Yargles in hand. Hopefully they play a discard spell. Well, there's duress. They're like, what the heck? What is this Yargle madness? Kind of didn't matter what we did. They were just going to discard our stuff, but I think it would have been better to play the, where is it? Yeah, the Vampire's Kiss that one turn. Wow, can I draw? Go to 5. Going to low life here. Okay. Here's a useless land. Let's see if we swing with everything. They could take 4 and go to 1. They block one of these. Sure, I guess. Go to 3. Play a land. Man, draws have not been what we needed at all. Oh wow. Alcazaz, that is definitely not good for us. Oh no. No. Ay. Oh hey, there's a Kaya. Okay, that actually gives us a shot here because the third ability says whenever one or more creatures you control and creature cards in your graveyard are put into exile. Choose a card. Okay. So we can exile one and turn our guy. We don't even have a token. Never mind. So we're doing this. Exile target creature. And exile this. And get them to 2. Or I guess 2. If I get them to 2, that would... Yeah, that's probably worth it, because they can take down the Kai either way. I don't care about these rat tokens too much. Getting them to 2 gives me an out of the Vampire's Kiss. That's why I think I did that.
I've hit a dead end.
Oh, man. Debated if I wanted to put in green mana just to hard cast the Yargles. But Ah, children. No. Land, okay. Oh. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna do it, is it? So close. So close, so far away. Yeah, now we need... I don't even know what we need at this point. Need a miracle. Because they killed our guy, so another Kaya doesn't save us here. No. Thank you. And that is game. Hello and welcome back to the wrap-up. Thanks for watching today. We had a fun one with Kaya reanimating hasty flying Yargles using the new card Lively Dirge. Lively Dirge was actually pretty good in this list. It's, you know, a little clunky with 3 mana to pay 3 mana, but if you can set up the turn 4 kill, it's certainly worth it and makes this deck much more efficient and consistent than before. So I really like Lively Dirge in combination with Kaya and Yargle. What you do with the rest of the shell could be changed. I do like the Vampire's Kiss, but some of the token makers you could swap out for some other ones. Lord Skitter is pretty good. Raffine's Informant is fine, but maybe not necessary. So there's some tweaking that you could do if you wanted to add more removal. You could play like some of the bats that make your opponent discard a card just for some more disruption. There's a lot of options of how you'd want to build this list, but I think this is a good sort of starting point. Let me know what you think in the comments if you're having fun playing the deck on the ladder, and thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.